Welcome to Ambitiously the podcast, guys. I'm your host, Labora Lee, and thank you. I want to get through the essentials first. First. Thank you for Funky Air Productions for providing us with this beautiful podcast. The theme song, well, not the podcast, but the theme song for the podcast. Let me get I'm disoriented right now. Thank you. You have tuned into Ambitiously the podcast. This is so bittersweet, y'all. Like, I don't even know where to begin. So let me start by thanking all of our listeners. And they've tuned in from various areas, various devices, various platforms, but I know where they came from. So I'm going to start with that first. Thank you. Shout out to San Jose, California. We got some day ones out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the listeners in France. We got some day ones there too. Thank you for listening in. Thank you to DC and Virginia. Y'all was slow, but y'all came in, and thank you so much because y'all was like day twos. Thank you. Thank you to Columbus, Ohio. Man, the love there. Thank you so much. Thank you to McKinney, Texas. I say this every podcast. I feel like that's family. If it is, I don't know, but if it is, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to the whole Maryland, and I'm about to go through the list. Pikesville, Maryland, Randallstown, Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland, Essex, Maryland, Suitland, Maryland. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for the love. Thank you to Norton Shores, Michigan, and Astor, Florida. Like, thanks for tuning in. I love y'all so much. It's like, you guys keep me going, and I appreciate it so much. So if you don't know, you can tune into this podcast on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, go to our Facebook page, Ambitiously the Podcast. You can like there, and you can also like the page. YouTube, you can tune into our YouTube page at Ambitiously the Podcast. Like and subscribe, please. Pretty please. And if you can't catch it on YouTube, if you can't catch it on Facebook Live, catch it on all of the streaming sites. iTunes, oh my goodness, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audio. We're everywhere, guys. Just think about where you can tune in to us at, and we're there. So that's that. So what you do know is today is Wet Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Wet Wednesday. I wanted to go a little raunchy with it tonight. We will have a co-host. I'm waiting for him to tune in. I'm waiting for him to connect. We will have a co-host, and I can't wait to like surprise him with the shit I'm gonna talk about. But it's a Wet Wednesday. So I thought I would start this particular podcast. I talked about this. I want to say the last Wet Wednesday, but I'm gonna talk about it again because it's gaining traction, and because it's gaining traction, I felt like I need to talk about it. So what we know about myself is that I am one. If I have a partner that I love very, very much, I am the freakiest thing ever. And my spouse of right now will testify to that. Like, if I love you, oh, it's going down. So with that being said, it's a particular song that's been talked about a lot, and I talked about it previously, and I'm bringing it back because I'm getting sick and tired of the bullshit. Let me say this first. I think the negative traction of the song comes because we are women, and a lot of times, and I think Summer Walker said it best, girls need love too, and we can never say when we want something. I'm happy to be in a relationship where I can verbally express what I want and what I need, and he feels no kind of way about it. But there are certain situations where, fellas, y'all be feeling like we can't say what it is that we want, and we are women. That's why I know it takes a special type of person to deal with me, because if you deal with me, then you gotta understand that I'm gonna say what it is that I want, and I'm gonna say when I want it, and I'm gonna say how I want it, and you just gotta rock with it. Like, again, I'm very lucky because I'm in a situation where I can say what I need and I can say what I want, and I don't have to hide who I am as a woman. But there are a certain demographic of men out here that feel like we should not say anything. And I'm sorry, this is not the day and the time for that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to get back to the subject at hand. And the subject at hand is this damn Megan and Cardi B song. It, first of all, it topped #1 in the top 100 in Billboard. Like, listen. And the reason why it topped the Billboard charts in the top 100 is this. You got the people that love the song. I'm part of that demographic. And then you have the people that hate the song. And it's a whole other demographic for that. And what I'll say to that, if you hate the song, you're giving it life because you keep talking about it. You keep talking about it. You keep being angry about Cardi and Megan talking about their wedding. And let me break that down even further before I get into my subject matter. Let me put this in here real quick so I can get back to what I want to talk about. Really with the main subject for the night. But we got an hour, so we're going to talk about it. What your main issue is that it's two black women coming and talking about the shit that they talking about. But if you really listen to this song, and you only listen to the song if you love it, Cardi is talking about her fucking husband. She's talking about what she want to do to her husband. And in that essence, why are you mad? It's a married woman talking about the things that she wants her husband to do to her and the things that she wants to do to her husband. Now, on the Megan side, no, she's not a married woman. She's not. But you know what I mean? Like, what you want them to be out here popping their pussies for free? I just don't understand. So that's that. I love the song. I listen. Every time I hear the song, it just. But if I was referencing the song to myself, I would reference it to myself and my spouse. You see what I'm saying? Like, your daughters, your little girls should not be listening to this song. I'm going to be honest. I'm a mom. My daughter does not listen to half. Like, when I listen to my music, I listen to it in private. When she comes in, I probably up music real quick or whatever so that I can deal with whatever it is that she needs. And then when she leaves and my office door shut, I'm back popping. She doesn't listen to anything that I listen to, and she shouldn't be listening to anything that I'm listening to. So I'll say this: if your daughters are listening to wet ass pussy, and because this is an adult podcast, I'm going to say it. If your daughters are listening to that song, you should probably consider your parenting skills. Like, your daughters, your babies shouldn't be listening to that song. My daughter, personally, she's still listening to My Little Pony, Care Bears. She's still a kid. And I love that factor about her, that she's still a kid. So if your kid is listening to that song, then maybe you should consider how you're going about your way of life. And again, I'm gonna do a PSA because that is my personal opinion. That holds no bearing to Ambitiously the podcast. I'm just saying. I have an 8-year-old. I have an 8-year-old, and she's about to turn 9, and she's still listening to My Little Pony and Descendants, and she's not listening to Wet Ass Pussy. And nor should your children be listening to that music either. And then on top of that, if they are listening to that music, then it's probably your fault. And that's my personal opinion. Like, I don't, my child don't even know how to dance, y'all. Like, I'm not encouraged. Like, if she does want to dance, it's probably like, oh, you want to do ballet or you want to do a dance class, but it's not popping and twerking. That's just not where we are right now. So that's that. So with that being said, I'm gonna roll that subject into this, and it's good. And it's we're gonna talk about tantric sex. I want to talk about that subject because tantric sex is a very special thing. And like, you think of the word sex and you go on and tangent, oh, sex, 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 sex. No. Tantric sex is very special, and it's very special, and I'm going to explain to you why it's very special. Hold on, let me get my notes together. But I'm going to explain to you why it's very special. You cannot have tantric sex with some random. You can't go out there and just experience these things with somebody that you do not care about. So the concept for tantric sex, it was originated within the Hinduism community. The idea spiritual. It's not regular sex. So you have to be in love with somebody. Tantric sex is slow. If you don't meditate, please meditate. Listen, meditation is good for the soul. It's meditative. It's not necessarily about reaching an orgasm. It really is a sexual journey, and it's sensations in the body. It's like a transformation. It's like enlightenment. So I want to talk about this because recently I have experienced this. Well, I've experienced it. I ain't going to say recently because I've been experiencing it for a minute now. That's probably why I'm in the situation I'm in right now. But it's a different level. It's knowing yourself. It's knowing your partner. It's knowing everything about each other. And that's why you cannot have tantric sex with some random ass person, because with randoms, you do not know that person. You absolutely positively cannot know what it is. Like, you just hooked up with the person. How can you know what it is that they like? So I wanted to talk about this particular part of the sexual experience. You know, everybody jumping off, everybody smashing, but nobody is having love sex. Tantric sex is pretty much that. You feel me? Sorry, y'all. Let me get my mouse back together because I have this mouse and this on everything. But the journey begins with knowing yourself. And with knowing yourself, what I mean by knowing yourself is it's okay to masturbate, y'all. Like, it's a lot of people running around here right now. It's like, I don't masturbate. Yes, I masturbate. Usually masturbation happens for me when I can't see my baby. You feel me? Like, if I can't see him, then I got to do something, and I'm not really trying to be out here running around with a bunch of people. So, you know what I mean? Like, I handle my business. But with that being said, masturbation is not always just about you can't get what you want from the other person. It really is about knowing yourself. And a lot of times people shy from that. It's so taboo. Like, oh my God, you masturbate. Oh my God. And all that. Like, listen, how can you tell your partner what it is that you like if you don't know what you like? And that's the reality of it. And it's also about deep breaths. Like, you got then inhale, exhale. It's all about that too. It's breath work. It's not a rush job. You feel me? And I feel like if you're in my age bracket, you don't really want the jackrabbit type of situation. I don't. I really don't. So sometimes you need, I ain't gonna fuck that up. Sometimes I need him to come in here, and I need him to, but this is what, 9:44. So I'm gonna say what I need to say. Sometimes I need him to come in here and fuck the shit out of me, but most of the time I want him to give me what I couldn't get from anybody else. And that's that tantric, emotionally available. Like, I want you to make love to me. I want you to speak to my mind too, because, like, listen, I don't want no dumbass nigga. I want you to give me what it is that I cannot experience with anybody else. The bonus to the situation that I'm in right now is, what I will say is, we have a chemistry that I know for a fact that I cannot experience with somebody else. That's my bestie. But so it's not just about sex when you're having tantric sex. Meditation is key. That's a definite, like, you, at least one of you guys need to be able to the center. You feel me? Like, you need to be able to meditate. So again, I don't want to give you too much of my personal sex life, but I will give you something that happened recently, and it was the most amazing thing. And I'm gonna tell you why it's the most amazing thing. Usually I'm a pleaser. Like, if I'm with somebody, I want them to be absolutely positively pleased. I want them to reach the ultimate climax of pleasure. But again, that's if I'm with somebody. Like, he has to be my spouse for me to feel like I want to go there. I got a 60-40 rule. I wish my brother was on here, because he'll tell you I got a 60-40 rule. If that's not your significant other, the most you are supposed to give them is 60. If they are your spouse, you can give them 100. That's why that 40 is left there, so that you can kind of figure it out. But being as though I am a pleaser, what I never experienced was somebody pleasing me back. I was so ambitious to make sure that whoever my spouse is, that they were always pleased, that I never really worried about myself. And then I got with the person that I'm with right now, and it's a whole, he gave me a whole different way of looking at things. Like, I can also be the person that is being pleased. Like, I don't always have to be the pleaser. You feel me? So one thing that I've always given and then I've never received is like a full deep massage. And I got one of those the other day, and I swear to God, the sex after that shit. And it wasn't, we didn't have to have sex, but the shit was just so mind blowing, yo. Like, it was amazing. So what I'll give to you, and I'm gonna revisit this time and time again, because, like, listen, if you're in my age bracket, you don't have time for the bullshit. You want some pleasure. Like, I want to be pleased. I want to please, and I want to be pleased. So I'm gonna give y'all some basics on tantric erotica. The first thing that is important is always to remember to breathe, because sometimes that shit will take your whole soul without breathing. And where is, hold on, because I need him to hop in here, because I need some testosterone to kind of balance out what I'm saying right quick. Hold on. I'm gonna send this message real quick. But the first thing is breathing, y'all. In those moments, it could be overwhelming. Especially if you got the right person, like that, the right person. Sometimes you can become overwhelmed. So it is important to breathe. It's important to breathe right now, period, because we're in the middle of coronavirus. What the fuck are we talking about? But if we talking about is somebody, first of all, this situation don't work unless it's somebody that you really fuck with. It gotta be somebody that you like love. Like, you have to, because otherwise you just fucking, and who gives a fuck about all the techniques if you just fucking? Like, who cares? about that shit. So breathing techniques are very, like, just remember to take your time, baby step that shit. Breathe like you breathe like maybe just slow. It's a slow breath. You know what I mean? Like, just breathe slowly. Take your time. Don't rush the shit. Again, this is somebody that you love. This is not somebody that you're just fucking. If you're just fucking, who gives a fuck about the breathing technique? You just trying to get your nut off. Make sure that you're present and they feel present. You feel me? In the cessation, they should always feel like you're giving as much as you should feel like they're giving. Tantric sex is not about it's not a one person situation. Like, everybody involved in the situation should feel like they are a part of the situation. That's for sure. And then the overall key to tantric sex, this is why you can't be on, let me spark this real quick and I'm gonna get into that real quick. This is why you can't have tantric sex with anybody. It has to be somebody you care about, because in that situation, right, you have to allow yourself a full range of emotions. Like, you have to be able to allow yourself to feel. And so I don't think it's not rocket science. You feel me? I don't really have to dive into why the person that you should be having tantric sex with should be somebody that you love, because you can't really allow yourself to feel if it's somebody that you do not absolutely love. Now, another day, today's topic is tantric sex. So another day I will break down fucking, but then that's when the 60 and 40 come back in. You feel me? But that's not where we at today. We talking about some real sensual, everybody in a situation is feeling, you're like, everything is in it. You feel me? Foreplay is everything when it comes to that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying foreplay in oral sex. That's not always foreplay. Foreplay could be you calling me and saying, you know what, I'm gonna do to you tonight. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, foreplay is a broad spectrum. Like, you're closed-minded if you think that the only foreplay that there is oral sex. It could be a kiss. It could be a touch. It's certain parts of my body that I never knew were like erogenous zones, but now I know. You feel me? Foreplay is very expansive. It's not oral sex. It could be a rub down. It could be a massage. Now, get back to my one experience that I never had before, and I just had recently. That deep tissue massage did some shit to me. I can't describe that shit, but that was a form of foreplay. You feel me? And when it boils down to, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm checking my other computer, but when it boils down to this particular form of sex is not always, tantric sex is not always sex. Sex is optional. Like, when it comes to that, it's just certain things that a person can do. Like, sometimes it's good to, like, not even have sex right away. You feel me? That should have fucked you up, though. That should have fucked you up. Because you're anticipating the moment when y'all can link and touch each other and feel each other. That shit is so incredible, y'all. Cuddling. That's another form of tantric sex. Again, it don't always boil down to sex. I find my most happiest moments, oh, don't get me wrong, the sex is good. But I find that my happiest moments are when we are just laying together and cuddling. I like when we wake up in the morning. I like how he holds me. I like the certain areas that he holds me in. Like, I love that shit. That shit is amazing. So again, tantric sex is not always about the physical act of having sex, but the things that come along with having, like building up to that shit. It's maybe I could describe it best almost like the build up. Your mind, you know what I mean, like where your head space is at, like that's really what tantric sex is. So tricks, you don't always have to be naked. You could dress it up, ladies. You know what I mean, like if you ride for your dude like you do, you could dress it up if he like it. But naked is good. Naked is absolutely good because you're sitting in front of each other and you're absolutely you're not dressed up. It's not the facade. It's just your regular, real, yourself. So naked is good. So being in each other's presence naked, but not necessarily having sex is a good thing. It's going to lead to sex, though. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to absolutely, positively tell you that shit going to lead to sex. I promise you. I promise you that shit going to lead to sex. Just making sure that you don't get overwhelmed, because a lot of times when it's really, really good, we do get overwhelmed. We do get overwhelmed. Engaging in each other's actual sensations, like the senses. The senses are everything for this particular category of sex, because it's not about sex. It's about you knowing each other and knowing what turns each other on and what makes each other happy. So, just smell, taste. You could throw some it depends on your spouse and what they're allergic to and all that shit. I'm mindful of that type of shit. But it could be like, if you like strawberries, if you like your spouse likes strawberries, you could tie them up, right? You can blindfold them and say, like, you can't touch me. Or if they cool with it, then you can tie them up, right? And then you can take different types of food, and you can, food is an aphrodisiac. Y'all just don't know. Like, that shit is a turn the fuck on. The right food, oh my goodness. You can blindfold them and you could just touch them. Like, touch is everything. Somebody just grabbing your body, that shit is everything. But the important key to all of that is everything, again, to tantric sex is slow, moving slow. That shit is everything, y'all. It is. And then just knowing your partner and exploring your partner, and your partner feeling comfortable enough with you to be able to explore those options. You feel me? And there's other options in that shit. Like, personally, not to get too personal, but personally, I like some extra shit. Like, I like when my partner ties me. I like when he smacked my ass. I like all that shit. But again, you have to have that kind of chemistry. That shit don't work for everybody. Everybody can't be tying you up. It might be some crazy people out here you trying to kidnap your ass and shit. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Hold on, we got a comment. I'm gonna stop for a second. And I didn't even do none of the stuff, but it's Wednesday. It's Wet Wednesday. We don't really follow the rules here. So hold on. Let me get right. So Derek said, I don't want to say your last name because I don't want to fuck it up. He said everything is so cool. That's what it's supposed to be here. Like, the vibe is supposed to be laid back, and it's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. People got to go to work. Some people, it's still coronavirus, so some people aren't at work and they're bored and they don't know what to do with themselves. There's some people that have to go to work, wishing it was Friday so they could just relax and unwind. And so Wet Wednesday is the day that we do all the unwinding. So today we are talking about tantric sex. But before we talk about tantric sex, before we get to the nitty gritty of tantric sex, thank you. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know my shit is just connected to all my computers. Thank you to Funky Air Productions for this beautiful theme music that we have. If you want to tune into the podcast, or if you missed anything, we are on YouTube, Facebook Live. We streaming live right now. And if you miss it, then you can catch us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audio. I'm not getting ready to say all of the places where we are, but we everywhere right now. We popping. You want to donate to the show. You can donate to the show on Cash App. $ capital L, lower lucidity, LURLUCIDITY. You can go there and donate if you want to. It's up to you, totally up to you. And we do provide marketing services. Right now it's going down. Everything with Lower Lucidity is good. It's love. I love it. It's so amazing and beautiful. This journey has been frightening, but it's been an amazing journey. So go check out the website, www.thelowlucidity.com. Okay, back to tantric sex though. So the whole key is, I'm going to recap real quick. The whole key is this. You can't have tantric sex with a random. It's just damn near impossible because you don't know the random. You feel me? So that's that. Tantric sex is slow, it's sensual, it's just filling each other out. It's a vibe, yo. Like, it's some amazing shit. But you can't do that shit with a random. And if you do that shit with a random, you're fucking stupid. Period. You're fucking stupid. There's no way that shit can work. How do you know? Like, how, if you start in your shit. Let me take this comment off because, Derek, I don't want this to reflect on you. I don't want it to reflect on you. I'm going to make sure it reflects on me. Hold on. Let me get you right real quick, Bobo. Let me get you off the screen. Listen. Everything I'm saying right now is that comes from me. It comes from the gut. If you are out here finessing these bitches, finessing these motherfucking dudes, you feel me, and giving them the shit that you should probably be giving to a wife or a husband, you're fucking stupid. Why? These motherfuckers out here are lunatics. They out here losing their minds. Again, 60-40 comes into play. It's the reason why I set that rule. That's the reason why. It's a reason why I speak on that rule. I swear, I lie to you not. Because it's a lot of crazy people out here. You will have people out here busting your car up, burning your shit up, fucking outside your house, yelling at the fucking windows because you done gave them the fucking 100 when you should have gave them 60. You feel me? Because they didn't deserve the 100 yet. They've not given you anything. Nothing. No proof. No solid substance. They've not given you anything that proved that they deserved 100. But you gave them 100 anyway. And now that you've given them 100, now they losing their minds. Now they out here trying to kill you. And like, stop. You can't keep going out here giving these people all of you, yo. Like, you're not even ready. You don't even know these motherfuckers. So tantric sex does not work for people you just met because they're going to lose their mind. That shit is so fucking next level. It won't work for them. So don't go out here trying to give that to that. My advice, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Let me correct myself. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But what I am going to say, the advice that I am going to give is know this. You out here giving them that dirty wine. You out there giving them that fucking amazing, I'm about to lose my shit sex. Expect a lunatic at your door. expect a crazy person knocking at your fucking door, yo, because it's coming. And it's all on you because you gave it up. You gave it up like that. It's all on you. It's your fault. And don't blame them. Blame yourself. Because I gave you some advice, and the advice is don't go out here giving out 100% when you only should give 60. I don't even say 60 for the first time. Let me take that back. Let me correct myself. If it's like the first time you smashing, I probably really want to only, and I say 60 because a lot of y'all dumb motherfuckers out here do not know how to bring that shit back. Oh, babe, I got your lighter. But anyway, a lot of y'all dumb motherfuckers out here don't know how to gauge that shit. And I'm going to teach you how real quick. What time is it? All right, we got a little bit of time. I'm going to teach you how. So gauging who you should be giving the 60. All right, so if it's a jump off, I probably would say like you give them like 45. I don't like to deal in the fives though. I like to keep it even. So I'm going to give 50. And that's just being nice, right? You get them 50. You get them 50 because you don't know this person. You don't know how this person may react. Let's see what we got on the comments because I'm ready. You said 34. Derek said 34. Listen, but the reason why I say 50 is because a lot of people do not know how to gauge their sexual levels. And I'm going to say this. And in all honesty, I give my brother this advice all the time. A lot of people don't know how to balance that shit out. I'm a Libra. I know how to balance everything out. But I need to take a swig real quick. When you first dealing with somebody, you don't know that person. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what they bring into the table. You don't know nothing. So you should not be out there giving them 100%, period. But it's a lot of people out there that do. Hold on, it's a lot of people that go out there and they give it 100%. And then they wonder why they got these lunatics at their door. Stop doing that shit. Now you at the point where y'all talking. Like y'all vibing. Everything seem cool. Everything seem good. Now you can gauge it up. And don't gauge it up too much. Take it out. See, that's why I say the 50. So you take it up to probably about 55. It's still good enough to keep them come back. They want to know. You feel me? Now, y'all vibing. Y'all got a vibe. Y'all like rocking out. Y'all probably at this point, and I'm going to give it based on experience. Y'all probably fucking maybe like once a week now. Because y'all don't know each other that well. You feel me? Y'all fucking like once a week now. Now you take it up to 60 because now you're trying to get this mother like y'all on a steady pace of having sex. Y'all rocking out like, and I hate the sex part, but this is the reality that we live in right now. People are fucking. So now y'all talking. Now you want to gauge it up because you want to keep the person there. You don't want them to leave. Like, it is what it is. Okay, so now y'all at the point that y'all probably having sex maybe 2 or 3 times a week. All right, now you start trickling that shit up because now you know that this is somebody you potentially want to be with. But I'm going to say stop it at 70. And I'm going to say stop it at 70 until y'all both know for sure that y'all really walking out. At 70, now that y'all had that understanding of where y'all should be, like where y'all feel like you fuck with me, you know what I mean, I fuck with you the long way, you fuck with me the long way. That's where that conversation goes in at. Like, well, I'm talking in my terminology because this is the shit I say, but you know what I mean? Like, you fuck with me because I fuck with you. I want to be with you. You want to be with me. This is what we doing. This is what you doing. Now, at that point, you can gauge that shit up whenever the fuck you want. But stop giving yourself to people who are not gonna be there. I understand you want to get that little monkey off your back. I get that. I've been there. I absolutely, positively have been there where I needed to get that monkey off my back. But stop giving yourself to people who really don't give a fuck because they don't give a fuck. Fuck that. So yeah, that explains my 60. But really, you should not be giving more than 60. You should only give 60 until you figure that shit the fuck out. Gauge that shit. Baby step that shit. Walk that shit slowly. You will find, I swear, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Like, now I'm walking testimony. I'm giving y'all testimony. Baby stepping that shit was the best thing I could have ever fucking done. Like just taking my time. And even now, you're still in a get to know you process because there's a lot of shit about the person that you don't know. But that baby step is a beautiful thing. Stop playing with it. Stop rushing into shit. Take your time. I know right now it sounds crazy because we're in Corona, COVID, and then they talking about the Black Plague. Like, I don't even want to get into that shit because that's a whole nother show. So let me start right now. What time we at? All right, we got a good 20 minutes. I do want y'all to tune in on Friday. Friday, we got a special show, y'all. We got a special show. We're going to commemorate Black August. My homeboy, he got mad knowledge about that shit. I'm really just get ready, sit back and gain some knowledge with y'all as well. But that is Friday. And normally I don't do Fridays, but we're gonna do this Friday because like he been kicking some knowledge to me. He's been enlightening me. He's gonna give y'all all of this heat, but that's this Friday. I didn't make a flyer for it because there's some things that's still in the works, and I just want to make sure that I'm not premature. That's why I haven't redone the flyer for the actual show either. I want to make sure everything's in the workings. But Friday, tune in, same time, 9:30. We're gonna do it at 9:30, and he's gonna kick some knowledge, y'all. And I feel like this is knowledge that we all need. So tune in for that. What else is coming? Oh, after this Friday, though, my producer, my baby, my love, I love her so much. So anything that she's doing right now, I'm a ride for that. I'm a rock out with her. Like, it's family love over here. Ain't none of that here. She has a podcast coming out. It's called Movie Slayer. And I'm so proud of her. And she's working on it. And I got some things in the work for her. So be looking out for the promos for that shit. Like, I'm ready. And she got some movies lined up for y'all, yo. Like, and I'm also gonna be on her podcast, but y'all know I'm not really saying nothing. I'm just there for support. For real. I'm gonna watch the movies, give my little 2 cents, but that's what it is. So be checking that out. It's coming really, really soon. I cannot wait. I'm so proud of her. So I guess I'll talk about the things that you need to know right now. Oh, things are changing. We're getting new equipment coming in. I just got a text back, so I'm happy about it. They telling me when it's coming in. Hallelujah, because y'all know this mail situation is all the way crazy. So new equipment coming in, some things, gradual changes coming to the show. I'll just be checking out for that. If you did not catch the show tonight, if you're tuning in a little late, you can always catch us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, audio. Oh my goodness, the list is crazy, but we're everywhere, so you can check us out there. You also can check us out on YouTube. If you check us out on YouTube, if you wanted the visual, because people are listening, this is just not the visual, it's also audio. So if you are listening to us and you want the visual, you can go to our YouTube page. It's Ambitiously the Podcast. Like and subscribe, share. Everybody share. You know what I mean? Or you can go to our Facebook page, Ambitiously the Podcast. You can like there as well. Like the page, you can like any of the podcasts, and you can also share there. You want to donate to the show. Not that we're really looking for that, really, for real, but whatever. You want to donate to the show, because I have had that question. You can, it's $, capital L, LUR, LUC, LUCIDITY. That's $ at Lower Lucidity if you want to donate to the show. I hope everybody is in good health and, everything is love. If you feel like you want to talk to somebody because you're feeling crazy, because it happens to us all. Hold on. Let me show this real quick. This hotline this lifeline right here will help you with, they'll help you. Just call it, yo. Like, call it, yo. Like, you're not alone. Call it. If you witness any trafficking, because I am very passionate about that. I am a mother. My kid stays close to me, and I'm kind of glad the COVID is a catch-22 because she gets to stay home with me, so I know where she is. You feel me? But at the same time, she misses the classroom interaction. So I'm not going to be selfish. But if you witness anybody doing anything to anybody, all right, what you say? Wait a minute, hold on. Derek said, I'm a truck driver, but I would like. All right, that's what's up, Derek. Tune in. You know what I mean? Like, Black August, like, he is very passionate about what he talks about, and he taught me some things over telephone conversations. And so I feel like it's very enlightening. I feel like we all can take something from that situation, and it does concern prison reform. It concerns a lot, yo. Like, it's so much to unpack. I'm not gonna talk about it tonight, but it's a lot to unpack, yo. Like, it's a lot. If you know about Angela Davis, then you probably have some information. You probably privy to a little bit of this information, but he goes in depth. He goes into detail about the whole scenario. So tune in, y'all. Like, seriously, tune in. It's going to be a good segment. I think that we all can learn something from it. So anyway, but Derek, even though you're a truck driver, you can always go on iTunes and Spotify and iHeartRadio and Amazon Music and audio. You can tune in whenever, baby. Like, it don't matter where you are in the world. It don't matter. Hold on, let me get my mouse back because y'all know I'm on 3 computers. Hold on. And I was adding on the website. I'm sorry. But it don't matter where you at, baby. You can listen to us anytime. Oh, all right. I do. I'm all right. You know what I mean? That's what's up there. Thank you for tuning in, though. It's Matt. Thank you. Thank you for showing love and support. We appreciate you so much, y'all. Like, any love we get, we appreciate it. So thanks for tuning in. So let's get back to the closing. But, basically, if you witness any trafficking activity, if you see something crazy, if your child is missing, please call the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Like, please. I'm passionate about that one because I swear, mess with my baby. I'm just saying, mess with my baby. Marketing services, you can always go to www.thelowerlucidity.com. That is our website. I own the company. That's our website. You can go there, check out www.funkyave.com, and thank you for the beautiful theme music that you provided us with. And I think I covered everything. Thanks, y'all. Those who tune in, those who watch, those who listen. Just thank you so much for the love and support. We appreciate you so much. Oh, a couple of other things before I get off, and I still have time. If you have a business and you need promotion, don't think just because we on Facebook, like you watching this from Facebook, this is the only place we are. Don't think if you're just watching this on YouTube that this is the only place we are. We are everywhere, and we are giving out right now, limited time, free promotion. So if you have a business, inbox me on Facebook, send me a message on you, send me a message on Instagram. You can send me a message. Well, you can actually send us a message at contact@thelowerlucidity.com. Actually, I'm going to put that up on the next show. But contact@thelowerlucidity.com. LordLucidity.com, and I'm gonna show you the website just so you can know. Contact at TheLordLucidity.com. We are providing a service because we believe that right now the economy, we make the economy. If we don't support each other, who's going to support us? Nobody. So you need, right now we are giving out free advertisements, so holla at us. What was the other thing I wanted to discuss? And it's just holla at us, y'all. Like, we everywhere. Get at us. We got this. We got this. We're gonna make sure it's popping. Oh, we are working on a big project right now. Expanding, ambitiously expanding. And let me get you off the screen, Dirk. I'm sorry. We are trying to expand beyond the podcast. So things are in the work. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, get this free advertisement right now while it's popping, because a lot of things are in the works. A lot of things are happening. I'm not speaking on everything that's happening right now, but a lot of things are happening right now. So get in right now so we can get it popping, y'all. I'm all about building us, building the people, building businesses. And so holla at me, holla at me, holla at me, holla at me. But I think I cover everything. It's probably something I didn't cover, but I cover it the next podcast. Just be looking out for all the updates. The next podcast is Friday, August the 21st. Black August. Just remember that title. Friday, August the 21st is going to be a very educational podcast. So tune in, and I will make sure that I will provide all of the links on the day of the podcast. But anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. Love y'all. Good night.